Philip Rivers has decided to retire from the NFL after an obviously great career. For more, I'm joined by Bill Enright. And Bill, I think the question everyone's going to be asking today is Philip Rivers a surefire Hall of Famer? And here's where I stand on it. He was never the guy that I thought was a dominant kind of playoff performer at that position. 5-7 overall in the postseason. Never won more than one game in a playoff run other than one campaign. His touchdown to interception ratio fell there. At the same time, he's top 5 all time in passing yards and passing touchdowns. So I'd put him in. But if you're going to make Eli Manning a debate, I think you have to make Philip Rivers a debate.
Yeah, and it's so funny because the Eli Manning Philip Rivers things, obviously there was that historic draft trade on draft day. So the two, and also Ben Roethlisberger in that draft class, they were always compared to each other. Ben Roethlisberger, Eli Manning both have 2 Super Bowls. I think a lot of people are very against Eli Manning ever getting into the Hall of Fame. So now we have Philip Rivers, and you mentioned the career regular season stats, and you throw in 9 winning seasons out of 17. He just had a really good campaign with the Indianapolis Colts, but again, an early exit from the playoffs. But the thing about Rivers is I love the way that he played. He was fiery. He was a trash talker. He reminded me a little bit of Brett Favre, where you saw that passion on the field. Does that make him a Hall of Famer? No. But eventually, he will get in. It might take, they're eligible 5 years after they retire. It might take him 8, maybe 9 years. If you give me the over-under, let's say 2030, 9 years from now, I'm going to take the over on Philip Rivers. I'll take the under on Eli Manning. But Rivers, yes, one day he will get a bust in Canton.
I think when you hear it, he's not the first guy that you go immediately, obviously, duh, right? But when you do look at the overall career sample, it's really hard to say he shouldn't be in. Now, you said you'd take the under Eli Manning. Personally, who would you put in first, Eli or Rivers?
I give the edge to Eli. The 2 Super Bowl ring. Eli's stats in the regular season, a lot of people don't realize, but he was really up there at the time he retired with Philip Rivers, with Ben Roethlisberger, top 6 in a lot of those categories, yards, touchdowns, also interceptions. But the 2 Super Bowl rings really was impressive for me. The way that the Giants, those 2 seasons, went into the playoffs as underdogs for a lot of those games and came out victorious all the way through the Super Bowl, that really cemented Eli Manning's Hall of Fame career to me.
Well, Eli is top 10 all time in passing yards and passing touchdowns. Rivers is at 5 in both of those categories. But yeah, people go, well, if you take away the 2 Super Bowl wins and 2 Super Bowl MVPs, but they haven't.
Right.
Eventually, I do think both guys are Hall of Famers, but I'm with you. I'd go Eli first.